The social host law is local legislation that was enacted in 2007 with the purpose of reducing underage drinking, and if necessary, by holding adults responsible for permitting and providing alcohol to minors.
We like to talk about social host law, particularly right around the prom time, because we have a lot of parents and a lot of students that they have, they have the prom and they want to have a party at their house, and a lot of times the students want to have alcohol, liquor there, and the parents thinking it's a rite of passage maybe, or saying, okay, they graduated, I'm going to allow them to drink. So it's important for us to let the parents know that what the dangers are, but also that there are consequences, legal consequences for that behavior.
Social hosting is a very important issue because I think the students think that if they're in a home and parents are there watching them drink, that it's okay.
I got involved with the social host program through a club at my school called SAD, which stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. And we kind of try to show them how there's better alternatives to having fun besides drinking and using drugs.
I try and stay away from kids who are drinking and doing drugs, especially driving while drunk. I steer clear, and when I am with my friends like that, they know, I'm not into it. I don't partake in anything to do with it. They know that. So they really, they applaud me, and several of my friends will go the same route as me and say like, hey, you know what, tonight let's just hang out, let's, just go see a movie. And when kids are around me and they're drinking, it's not something I want to be around.
The social host law is needed because unfortunately we've had tremendous amount of tragedies involving young people drinking, in particular drinking and driving.
As a patrol officer in the 3rd Precinct, I've certainly been called to the scene of traffic accidents, sometimes unfortunately fatal accidents, in which teenage drivers have been involved, and very often one of the contributing factors to an accident involving an underage driver is, in fact, alcohol consumption.
The social hosting law, what I know about it is it makes parents responsible for hosting, having underage teenagers at their home and serving alcohol or being aware of them having alcohol. It makes the parent responsible, which it makes them do their job. In my estimation, what they should be doing already is overseeing and making sure that children are not drinking and not breaking the law.
The consequences of providing alcohol or permitting a presence in your home or a place you're in authority of underage drinking, the first offense is $500. The second offense is $1,000 and up to 1 year in jail. But more importantly than that are the ramifications of a child either being injured or killed from either drinking or driving or ingesting excessive amounts of alcohol.
As the drug and alcohol counselor at the high school here, my job is to not only meet with students and counsel students that are at risk, but to also contact parents and set up programs to address any drug and alcohol issues or trends in the community.
The Suffolk County Police Department has taken a very proactive approach in dealing with schools. We have over 17 SROs, school resource officers, that every day go to middle schools and high schools within Suffolk County and teach children and staff members alike as to the dangers of drinking and driving, binge drinking, drugs, and other challenges that our teenagers are facing.
So what we do is we do a lot of reoccurring yearly programs like this pre-prom meeting that we have, which is basically a program that if you want to go to the prom, you have to attend this meeting. And we talk about underage drinking, we talk about binge drinking, we talk about social host law, and we give parents tips on how to make it a safe weekend.
And the school districts themselves generally do a very good job in the classroom among their own teachers and their own staff in teaching children the dangers of these challenges.
The first club I'm in is SAD. It's Students Against Destructive Decisions. So we just promote and try to educate our peers on, making the right decisions in life, and it's mistakes that kids go through every day that are unavoidable.
And talking to my peers to try and make them make better decisions, kind of show them how it can be you that goes down the wrong road, and it can be you that messes your whole life up. So you have to stay away from it and kind of show them it's easy to have fun without substances.
The second club is the East Northport Community Drug and Alcohol Task Force, so that's more adult-oriented. There's a lot of, meetings that we go to and just a lot of ideas that are thrown around and things to help the community more with drugs and alcohol prevention.
I try to show kids with the attitude that drinking is their rite of passage, that it's not, and that it's easy to go out without drugs and have fun. Sometimes I'll go hang out with them and show them that without drugs and alcohol we can still have fun by doing activities like out in the community, or through SAD we also host events that are fun that don't use drugs and alcohol.
The third club I'm in is the community book club, so we read books about drugs, alcohol, addiction, sobriety, and really get a feel for it that way and put it out to the community.
I will not allow underage drinking. I will not allow drug use. And so I think having the law is a good thing, because then I can at least say to them, look, I can get in really big trouble if you are in my home drinking.
It makes me feel a little safer when my kids go out to, say, a cast party, a high school cast party, and I know that that parent it should be responsible. It kind of gives that little extra support, assurance, I guess, that my kids are going to be in a good atmosphere.
It's critical to have parent involvement in our programs, because we need to partner with the school district, the students, and the parents need to partner, and that's the key. If we don't have parent involvement, or if we don't have student involvement, then we're really just going to be spinning our wheels and we're not going to be getting anywhere. We're not going to be able to get that message out and allow those parents to then have those conversations with the students.
The result of parents or adults allowing underage drinking in their house can be tragic. And although some parents think it may be better to allow kids to drink in their own home under supervision, quite often that's not the case, because parents are not typically aware of perhaps allergies of a child, or binge drinking, or alcohol intoxication. Not to mention, oftentimes kids say they're going to sleep over and be under supervision of the parent, but they choose not to. And we have had cases of kids leaving parties that were prior planning on staying at the house, only to be involved in an accident or, God forbid, fatal or serious involvement.
The days are gone where parents can say, oh, I don't mind if they drink as long as they do it in my house. Those days are over. We can't have that anymore. Parents have to be parents and exercise control over these kids, and let them know what the ramifications are.
It's important to me because I think it helps me to make them understand that it's another way that they can be protected.
The legal ramifications for the parents that permit alcohol consumption under their authority are both civil and criminal, and not to mention the tragedy of them being responsible of a child being seriously injured or killed.